How to get more referrals. I cannot tell you how many times I have been asked this question. And in the past, this was always my question. I wanted to get my phone actually ringing versus me starting from zero every single day. I just didn't know how to do it. Getting more referrals is a skill. In this video, I'm going to teach you how I created a very profitable business, landing me in the top 1% of earners in the US for over a decade. And guess what? It was 100% referral based. So do you want more referrals? It starts with how you show up every single day. Keep in mind, every single person you know has probably 5 to 8 to 10 other real estate connections in their sphere of influence. So seriously, what sets you apart? That's what we are going to dive into today. What sets you apart is ultimately what gets people to actually start referring you to their friends and their family. Because every single person you know that's in your database or your sphere of influence knows an additional 2, 3, 500 people. So how do we get them to start referring business to you? How do we train them to do that? So you want to get more referrals. It's not just about being a good agent, because there's a lot of good agents out there. It's about how people feel about you when they walk away. How do they perceive you as an expert in the actual industry? You might get hired. This is really important. You might get hired by somebody, but if they don't see you as a professional, they're never going to refer you. So let's talk about why professionalism matters more than ever and how to dial yours in. So here's the truth. People refer professionals they trust, who made them feel taken care of, and who they are proud to recommend. It's not about being flashy or slick. It's about value, reliability, and presentation. So it's not just about your presence, your car, the way you show up, but it's also about how do you actually run your business? Are you professional? Are your teammates professional? Is everything about you professional? Because that's what ultimately sets you apart. And I'm not talking about not being authentic in who you are, but let's also keep in mind that they are hiring you for the largest financial transaction, most likely outside of a business transaction, that they're ever going to make. Do you think that they probably deserve someone who's going to be professional in that transaction? Professionalism is not being authentic. You can still be authentic and very professional. People don't stick their neck out for just anyone. When they refer you, they're putting their own reputation on the line. So if you don't look, sound, or carry yourself like a pro, they're going to hesitate to refer you. For me personally, I am extremely picky on who I actually will refer. Like if they are not the top of their game, I just am not going to refer them. Because why? It's going to actually make me look bad. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to look bad. I want to refer people that I know are going to have a good experience, that I know they're going to be referred to the very best in the industry. I think a lot of people can relate to that. If I have any doubts about someone, I will never refer them. Because why? Again, I don't want to look bad. And more importantly, I don't want my friend or colleague to have a bad experience. So what does professionalism actually even mean? So let's break it down. Professionalism isn't just about a pressed shirt or a polished car, though those do absolutely matter. It's how you run your business, how you communicate, and how you treat people consistently. Here's just a few practical ways to raise your game. One is, of course, we all know to dress professionally and appropriately for the occasion. I get it. I work with builders, and it does not always make sense to show up in a suit and high heels to show land or to show new construction. But it still does, people should not wonder who the client is versus the real estate agent. They should know who the professional is that's showing the property. And I'm not saying, again, wearing a suit to every showing, but read the room. Dress like you take care of yourself and your business is serious. Whether or not you think people judge you, they do, I promise. Ensure your communication is clear, concise, and timely. Reply quickly, speak clearly, be easy to understand, and even easier to reach. Now, I'm not going to dive into this in the video. I'm not somebody who answers my phone on Sundays or on the evenings, and I do Saturdays by appointment only and really don't even really work Saturdays anymore. So I'm not saying that that means you need to answer your phone all the time at any hours, but you set clear expectations from day one on how you run your business and what that looks like, and they will respect you. And then again, reply to people in a timely manner based on the expectations you set for your business, whatever that is. Of course, this is obvious, but I can't tell you how many times that I have seen something other than this. Keep your car clean and organized. You are not just driving, you are hosting. Clients notice clutter and a mess, regardless if they're driving with you or not. Always arrive 10 minutes early. Being early is a form of respect. It shows you that your clients matter. So again, this is showing how you run your business. This is showing that you respect other people's time. It is a respect thing, and some people hold it very, very, very high. So follow through on your commitments always. Of course, integrity. We all know this, but I think it really is. It's the number one complaint from the public on real estate agents is like communication and commitments. If they ask a question when you're showing a home or on a listing, we always want to make sure that we're getting back to them. Have a follow-up system. If they ask you, gosh, is there a sprinkler system? Make sure that you are getting back to them and you have a system that there's no way you're not going to get back to them on that small question. It may seem small, but not following through on those small promises or small commitments is a lack of professionalism. Next is, this is a really big one, and I actually just talked about it, is say what you will do and do it every time. Again, this is just integrity. Engage equally with all clients. So this is a big one with couples. So regardless of who you think is the decision maker or the one in charge, it's really, really important to make sure you're engaging with both people. Next is don't just speak to the person who seems in charge. Respect both parties. Trust me, it gets noticed. And sometimes even on a listing appointment, if you know that one person is in charge, that does not mean that you're not talking to both people and giving both people respect. And again, whether you're a woman or not, but these things really do matter. Next is maintain professional boundaries, even with friends. So again, my business has been 100% referral based. A lot of the clients that I'm working with are people that I know really well. I mean, I spend like week-long vacations boating with some of my clients. I would never, ever show up not in business casual when I am talking to them about real estate. I treat them just like any other client, even though we are in extremely deep relationships. Just because you are close doesn't mean you cut corners. Friends refer you when you treat them like clients. So again, this video is not about your friend using you. You're like, oh my gosh, my friend would never use someone else. That's great. But would they refer you? That's what matters, is are they going to refer you? And that matters how you show up and how you serve them. So again, they may use you, but they're not going to refer you. So let's dive into this just a little bit further. But first, if you are receiving any value from this video, please pause, take 2 seconds out of your day. I promise you I'm going to provide you guys with so much more value. Hit like, hit subscribe, shoot me a comment, let me know how you like the video. I also know what you are probably thinking, that you already know how to be professional. You already know this, but just hear me out on a couple things. My goals, of course, for all of my clients are not to miss out on any opportunity. Lack of professionalism is something, we have control of this. I can guarantee you this is one of the main reasons some people miss out on opportunities. This is a lot of times where you hear, oh my gosh, my friend used someone else, or my cousin used someone else. I know this because I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of buyers and sellers about why they aren't using their friend, their brother, or their last real estate agent. Keep in mind, lack of professionalism appearance is not the only thing I'm talking about. I believe that leveling up your professionalism will in turn get you more business and more referrals. If someone feels you aren't that professional, they may use you personally. I've already touched on this because they like you, but it is very unlikely they will refer you to their attorney friend, their colleague, or someone they feel is professional. The hard truth, they may use you, but they won't refer you. We want referrals in this business and don't want to risk somebody not referring you because of lack of professionalism. The moment you connect with a potential client or opportunity, it's critical to understand that their first impression is going to shape their perception of you as a professional. We as humans judge people. It's just who we are. It's what we do. The last thing you want is for someone to judge you as unprofessional. We want their first impression to be, wow, they are professional. They take their business really serious. About 80% of the time, my closing clients will say something like, you are so professional, even though we know you personally. That sticks with me. It's a reminder that professionalism always matters, even when there's a personal relationship. In fact, I think it matters more. I once decided not to hire, I'm very picky with my tax accountant. I decided not to hire him because his desk was an absolute disaster. I was like, if this is how he runs his business, and his life, like if he can't even have somewhat of a structured desk, that tells me that that's how he runs his business. It's lack of professionalism. It immediately told me that he might be disorganized in other aspects of his life. Clients will judge you whether you like it or not. It's human nature. And if you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Okay, so I think I've covered professionalism. Next is, how are you providing value to your clients, your SOI, those who are in your database? Ask yourself this. Do you have a system for calling them, sending videos, mailing, and emails? In addition to, depending on your connection, are they in your top 10, top 25, top 50, etc.? How many times per year are you getting coffee with them? Or again, depending on where they're categorized, doing a dinner, a get together, again, depending on where they're at in your database. Really having a blueprint to stay connected and add value is ultimately what's going to get you referrals. So again, I'm just going to repeat that. Basically, adding value and connecting. It's not how many times you call them and ask them for business. We have to earn the right to ask for business. If you're providing them with a lot of value and getting in deeper connection with them, I can tell you they want to refer you. They're excited to refer you. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be professional, and you do have to have a very dialed system for providing value to your database. Referrals come when people know you are good, when they feel taken care of, and they trust that you will do the right by whomever you send their way. They just want to know that and believe that. Professionalism is your foundation. Without it, no matter how great you are, the referrals, they're not going to fly in. If this was helpful, please hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you want more strategies to grow your real estate business through relationships, not cold calling, stick around. I've got a lot more coming. Also, if you are an agent that is truly serious about netting more money, creating predictability and a true business through referrals, book a call with me today and let's see if you might be a good fit for my program. See you next time.